Hi, my name is Stevie. I'm with the Sensorica Open Value Network. This is an introduction video, or an orientation video, better said, to how to join a project and become effective. So I'm going to walk you through this digital environment of Sensorica and its projects so that you could understand what is the process of finding a project, onboarding a project, and how do you navigate that environment. Okay. Now, let's go to the Sensorica website. I'm going to go to the homepage here. Now, when you reach the Sensorica website, you need to first thing you need to realize is that you're not on a website of a company or a normal community. Sensorica, what it represents, and this will come out in the design. So when you come to this, you have to kind of tune your expectations. Okay, what am I looking at? Okay, you're looking at what we call an open value network, which is an incubator of open and decentralized ventures. Okay, so it's not a venture, is a network. It's an incubator. It's a digital environment that hosts multiple open and decentralized ventures. Okay, and a venture is like a company, but it's open and it's decentralized. It's not your hierarchical and closed organization. Okay, so we're into the peer-to-peer world here, and unfortunately we don't have the tools to represent that world yet. A lot of people are working on them, and the only way to do it, okay, is to use these outdated website, web page template kind of tools, right? And so so what you see here is a way to use these tools, websites, that have pages, okay, to represent this digital environment where this highly collaborative work takes place. So this is what Sensorica is: an incubator, an open incubator of open and collaborative ventures. And every project within Sensorica is a collaborative venture, is an open and collaborative venture. If you want to know more about collaborative venture, just search collaborative entrepreneurship on the Sensorica website. Use the search. Always use the search, and you'll find your way. The search button is right here. Okay. So more on collaborative entrepreneurship. If you don't know what it is, this is the first time you're hearing this expression, just go there. Okay. So, right, let's go to projects. Okay, sorry, let's go to projects. So projects are enterprises. Okay, so what you see here, scientific instrument, let's go to scientific instruments, for example, and we're going to dive into a project. So this is a scientific instrument as a category of projects. Okay, so you have here the mosquito, and the manipulators, and the PV characterization, and laser and LED driver. These are not just pages for open hardware. These are enterprises. Every one of these is a company in traditional terms, but it's not structured like a company. But just think about it as a company. Every one of these is a venture. Okay, so another thing to expect here when we go on a project, page, let's go back to projects in general, because this is just a category. And I'm gonna pick one, for example, okay, here, which is a pretty new project. It's nicely structured, and it's called the Leaves Blender. Okay, so let's see, for example. Well, this is the Leaves Blender project. So it's about leaves and blender. It's about blending leaves. It's about making a device that blends leaves, okay, that shreds leaves. And this is not just about the device. This is the homepage of an enterprise. Okay, so again, you have to tune your expectation to see here some sort of a complexity that is due to the fact that you're not looking just at a page of a device. You're looking at a page of a venture. This is where an organization structures its activities within this larger ecosystem, okay, within this larger environment, which is the Sensorica network. All right, so let's go back to the Leaves Blender project, and let's see how it is, how can you navigate a project, right? So we went from Sensorica to projects. Now we see how to navigate a project. By the way, when you go to, there's different ways to go to a project in Sensorica, okay? The first thing here to look on the homepage is look for hot projects. It just turns out that the Leaves Blender project is a hot project now in Sensorica. Or you can do the search and search for Leaves Blender, okay? If you forget about where it is. Or you can go to projects and navigate by categories like we saw before, right? Okay. So here's the Leaf Blender project. It's not about Leaves and it's not about Blender, okay? Just about that. It's about an organization. It's about a venture. People getting together as a business unit, okay? A different type of business, but it's still a business unit to make a Leaf Blender, okay? So this is the context of this project. It's about food and agriculture. That's the category, and this is the community. Within Sensorica, I have multiple communities. We're not going to talk about that, but that's what it is. And the first thing that you see is join the project. Okay, so this is the intake part of this venture. Okay, anybody can join the project. That's what an open venture means. An open venture, an open company, an open organization means that anybody can join it, right? That's what open means. And here you have a visual about, you know, what this project is about, right? You know, you see that it's about some leaves, some greens, and making something with them, okay? And then you can see the objective. Every project has the same pattern. Every venture has the same pattern, right? Within Sensorica. It doesn't mean that these patterns can change. But let's say that whenever you navigate on a project, you expect to see the same structure because it will be easier for you to jump from one project to another. So what we do in Sensorica is that we evolve templates of projects, and then we apply them to all the projects to create a sort of a unified user experience. Otherwise, you will be lost. Every time you see a project, you don't even know you're on a project page, right? So we do that as a community. We agree on these patterns, okay? But for now, and at any particular moment, you see the same pattern for every project, okay? The organization is evolving and these patterns change, and you can propose a new pattern if you like. Okay, so let's drill down here. So this is the objectives. These are the objectives written for this particular project. We're not going to go through them because it's not a present. Let's keep it a bit generic so that other people can benefit from it, not just specifically people in this particular project. And then you have a description of the project. Okay, this is more lengthy, and you know, context description of this particular project. There we go. So this is a sort of an introduction to this venture and how to join it, right? Cool. And now, if you want to get more serious with it, you can maybe ask your question: where are these people communicating? I want to talk to someone. Okay, so this is where you see the communication channels, and the most important one that has been chosen for this particular project is the Sensorica Discord. Okay, so just click here on this link and you will be taken to the Discord, and you can join the Sensorica server. Okay, you have some other more generic discussion pages or social media pages where you can engage people that are passionate about this subject, but let's say Discord is the #1 choice for people that are contributing to the project. These are different other spheres. Okay, these are other spheres of communication. And then where do people coordinate? Where do I know? Meetings and all that, like what's going on in this project. Well, it turns out that we use Google Doc for this particular project. So we see here Leaves project meeting, and this is where you know that something is happening with respect to this particular project. Then we go to this section about planning, and here you have a map of what's going on. So you see that this project, whatever the project is about to make or to deliver, or product or whatever, it has been broken down into 6 work packages. Okay, we don't see the first one because maybe it has been closed. Maybe that work package has been finished. So what we see here is one that is called building capacity, which is like a sort of an HR, human resources function of the project, and perhaps finding additional funding. It's about building capacity to the project. How do you increase the brain capacity, the human capacity, the production capacity, so on and so forth. And this is about process, which is the old project management. This is where people get together to do the planning and budgeting and all that, and see how much money they still have to, or how much money they need to do this and that. And there is a work package about deliverable. So if this project is about designing and prototyping something, well, this is where the technical work happens. And then there is wrapping up. Oh, okay, so there's going to be some packaging and testing and whatever, and there's going to be some work on dissemination. How do we get this thing out there to the world, right? Could be distribution, could be sales, could be dissemination. It's the output of this particular. So this is how this project has been structured in terms of planning. And what you can also see here, you see links to documents and links to the contribution accounting. So let's go through them. Okay, so the project page is the landing space that gives you doors to other spaces. The whole digital environment of this enterprise is the Leaves project Open Enterprise is made out of different digital environments that are brought together through interlinking. Okay, so you see the planning here, you see how the project has been structured, or the main categories of this organization, you know, how things are planned. And then you see here a window towards different other spaces. So let's see capacity. Boom, open this, it's a document. Oh, it's a Google document. Perfect. So this is where people that work on building capacity for this project are working together. This is like their virtual office. You know, it could be a wiki, it could be GitHub or GitLab or any other collaborative tool. And this particular project, we have chosen a Google Doc. Why? Because this is the lowest common denominator in terms of, you know, creating content. Everybody can use a Google Doc, so why not use it? Is the simplest thing. So what are these people doing here? Well, they're let's see what they're doing. They're doing we see here that they're working on communication about this venture, about flow of communication, amplifiers of communication, onboarding path, social media presence. Okay, they're doing some internet mining, and they're building some communication tools. Okay, so they're getting ready to communicate. Oh, this is what they can do: outreach, onboarding, orientation, support, and animation. That's what the people are concerned about. Okay, this is about building capacity for the project. And to build capacity for the project, you have to talk about the project openly out there. You have to find people that would participate to the project. You have to prepare an onboarding process for them. Once they come, you have to orient them, show them around. It's the kind of the thing I'm doing in this particular video. And then it's to offer them support. Do they need help? Yes, I'm here for you. What is your question? I help you understand where to get this, where to put that, how to do stuff, and so on and so forth. And then animation, make it fun. Inject some energy into this project so that it can last longer. So this is a virtual environment. Well, people work, and then they signal to each other, hey, here's a to-do list. We got to do this thing here. This is why we have to do this like that. All right. And what is the task? It's internet mining. So then they go here and they leave themselves messages and they engage in this particular task, right? So all the people that engage, that want to do capacity building for this particular project, this is their office. This is where they go. How to get to their office? From the main space, from the lobby of the organization. Okay, there's a door here that leads you there. Same thing for deliverables. Boom. Let's open this. What is deliverables? Well, deliverables is what the project is making. Okay. So this is design and prototyping for the Leaves Blender project. Again, so this is the digital environment where these people, they could be on any project management thing. They could be on GitHub, GitLab, and wikis. Again, you know, you could adopt any content management, collaborative management tool out there. Okay, but here we have chosen to use Google Docs because, again, anybody can, even your grandma can open a Google Doc, put a picture inside, and write some text. And again, these people are following a methodology, so they're going through these things. Okay, what do? They do design considerations where they build some shared understanding about what they have to design, and then they search the web. They do some information mining about the things that exist, and they engage in some meta design thinking, general considerations about the design, and then they engage in meta design thinking for all the parts or layers of this particular thing that they build, and then they go and they design the thing. Actually, they go and design the thing once they've done this meta design process, and then they prototype it. So this is what will happen, and every step will be documented, and people will exchange comments, and you know, they'll maintain this document, they'll do this documentation as they work, right? And you can find recommendations here of what they found. You can find it anyway. So this is the methodology, okay, and this is where these people work. If you want to get engaged in the design of this particular thing, well, you come to the project page and you go straight and see what they're doing, and maybe you can find a signal that tells you what to do, and then engage in it. So if you really want to engage, it's easy. Join the project, right? You fill the form and you join the project, and you tell people what you want to do, and then you find what you want to do here. These are the accounting tools, okay? Now we're going to talk about a different environment in the Sensorica larger digital environment. So let's take building capacity here. So we saw that there's a link here to the documentation, to the workplace, and there is also a link to the NRP. NRP stands for Network Resource Planning. Okay, this is, you know, every medium and large company, they work with an ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. It's the software they use to manage their processes, to manage their resources, okay, to manage their operations. Well, the NRP is the same tool but for networks. Okay, again, every project in Sensorica is an open enterprise, and some of them might be the size of a small company or of a medium company. Okay, some projects can have 50 to 100 contributors, okay, working on different aspects. Okay, capacity like HR, deliverables, you know, designing and making a product, you know, distribution of this product or dissemination of this product. It is an enterprise. So we need to use sophisticated tools to be able to manage these complex processes, right? So this is what the NRP does. Okay, so here you see the mapping. So let's go to the project. So this is the project page on the website, right? On the website. This is where you see the content and when you get oriented. And this is the project page on the NRP. This is the economic layer of the project. Okay, so this is the project leaf blender that has 22 contributions, and you can click here to see some other things. And here you see people contributing to the project, and here you see the active processes. So you see a mapping of the same planning that you see here: capacity, process, deliverables, wrapping up, and dissemination. Okay, these are the active processes. All right. Process maintenance, dissemination pipeline, wrapping up, deliverables, and building capacity. All of them are here. Okay, so you click on it from here, you go to building capacity, or this is where you get. Okay, that is the process, particularly the web plan, or you can get it from the website itself. Okay, there you go. So you have these two things leading to the same page on the NRP, which is building capacity. So this is where you see where the tasks that have been designed with the maximum time that people can work on, and some stuff about the budget. Okay. So infrastructure development, there's a budget of $100. Okay, and there's 5 hours of work. Okay, and somebody did some work here. TB did some work on infrastructure development, 0.2 hours. What did he do? Created a project dashboard page. Okay, that's what I did for this particular project here for this task. So NRP presents you the tasks, okay, and breaking down, you know what I'm saying? It's the whole process, tasks. Okay, so let's go back. Project, NRP, project, processes. I'm going through a process. Let's take the same one just for simplicity. I'm going to a process, and you see tasks. All right, that's how the thing is planned in the NRP. So the NRP is the economic side of the project. This is the content side of the project and the orientation side of the project. Okay. Drilling down on the project page, that was the planning. Okay. NRP page goes, you saw that, dashboard. Let's go to dashboard. Dashboard is also the economic layer, but it's a sort of we call this a feedback mechanism. Everybody has access to it. That's what it means by having a transparent venture. Everybody has access to information, not just people that are involved in the venture. This is public information. You don't see any change after you join the project. You don't see any change whatsoever on these pages. It's the same. That's what means being an open project. Okay, so the dashboard is how the project is going. So for example, you see here how the budget of the this is a funded project. Okay, so how the budget is distributed for all these work packages. It's the same packages: capacity, build, process maintenance, deliverables, wrap up and dissemination. Okay, how is the budget distributed? You see the work package number 4, deliverables, has the most of the budget. Okay, $9,000 in this particular case. This is the burning rate or the project spendings. You see how much money is remaining and how much money has been spent. Everybody can see, oh my God, we're burning too much money. Okay, doesn't make sense. Everybody can jump in and help. Okay, and this tells you about some text about how the project is planned, who can plan the projects, and where you can log contributions against this planning. Okay, this is the rates, how many dollars per hour you get if you engage in these particulars. So this is like the sort of the well, it's the back end of an enterprise, let's say, right? Where you look at all these indicators and get a sense of how the project is going, how about its economic health, let's say, right? And you have something about the governance. Where is that? Which is pretty important that you have to look at. It's about here. Okay, contributors. Well, what is an active affiliate, a core affiliate, and an inactive affiliate? So here you can see a snapshot of the peer governance of these open ventures. Okay, you can see that there's core affiliates or core active affiliates. There are some active affiliates and there's some inactive affiliates in this project, right? And here's how the project has been budgeted. Okay, so again, this information is totally transparent. It's public information. Okay, but and these are the people that have subscribed to participate in this project. Okay, for now. Good. So let's go back to the project page. This is the dashboard. The dashboard is a feedback mechanism. It tells everyone, not just those who have planned the project, everyone in the project. It tells everyone how healthy the project is economically speaking. Okay, who's contributing to what? How many people are contributing? What is the distribution of contributors? Are we spending too much money? Are we spending more money than we have? Okay. Notes. You go here to see some very important, I don't know, milestones, very important notes, something that happens. Okay, we leave them here. This is very dynamic. This updates almost every day in every project. Okay, if the product is alive. That's how you get again to the dashboard from here. And this is the documentation repository, meaning everything people do in this project is open to the public, and you can get it from here. If you receive the document by email, because somebody sent you a link and you lose that email, you always find the documents here. Okay, so go on the project page and you have a window to its digital resources or all the documentation that has been created, right? So we've been looking at I don't know, some of these documents here. We've been looking at this one in particular, for example. Okay, the deliverables, well, you get it from there. You just have to click. You don't have to join the project. You have to be a member to see this, to open and see the documents. You have to be a member of the project only if you want to contribute to the project. And if you contribute to the project, you will get rewarded. So let's go there. What are the incentives? Okay, every project has the same structure. Again, from project to project, you see the same template. All right. In fact, if you search here template, you will find template project page. There you go. So every project uses the same template. Okay, for the project context, all right, join the project carousel with pictures, objectives, description, all right, communication and coordination tools, the planning of the project, notes, document repository, incentives, and governance. They all have the same template. Okay, so let's go back to the project in question that we had in mind. And let's go back here, down here to incentives. So why would you bother with a project like that? Why would you join it? And here it's a value proposition to anybody that would like to contribute to this project. Well, first we make money because this project is financially sponsored. it's a good entrepreneurial opportunity. Why? Because this project produces a design and a prototype that you can build a collaborative venture around. It is you take it and bring it to market. It's your entrepreneurial opportunity, right? Contribute to this project, you learn about the product, and then you can build a commercial venture around it. Okay, and it's a learning experience. It's a learning experience. You can learn technical stuff, but also how to be a collaborative entrepreneur, for example. You gain exposure because these people are going to publish some scientific papers on these prototypes and designs. Okay, so you gain that exposure, and it's good for networking. You get to know new people that have skills in peer-to-peer economics and some other things, right? You work with people, interesting people with talent, so you network. So these are the incentives. This is just part of why you would join this project. But you might have your own reasons. It doesn't matter. This is what these people thought of, and maybe you can find yourself there. And this is the governance. Okay, what are the rules of this particular project? This is, open and decentralized, open, transparent, decentralized ventures. It doesn't mean that this is a free for all. Okay, they do have strict rules. They do have strict governance, very formal governance. They're adaptive in a sense that if you join the project and do a lot of contributions, then you gain the power to make decisions, and then you gain the power to change the rules. Okay, but it's up to you to work to gain that trust of the community, to have enough skin in the game to be trusted after to change these rules. But anyway, so here you can see a snapshot of peer governance and how the Sensorica governance works. Okay, we're not going to go into all the details here because every project have specific rules. But also, like we use templates for project pages, we also use templates for governance. And let's say that going from project to project, the rules are kind of similar, but you have a lot of room to choose your governance as you set up your project. All right, so this is the orientation from top to bottom. So we saw that we have different spaces here. We have this website as a space that contains project pages that gives you the first window into this operation, and then it branches into NRP, so you can link to NRP, go to see what's going on there, and then it has branches to Google Docs, which are different types of spaces where people engage in some other activities. And from the project page, you navigate to all these adjacent spaces, right? And then if you want to communicate, you go on Discord, which is yet another digital environment that is designed for messaging or for communication. Okay. What else? What else? Well, maybe we should talk a little bit more about the governance in this project. So which is pretty important. Like this is an open enterprise, and open enterprises are also decentralized, meaning that the governance is kind of flat. Okay, you can make decisions in the project, but who can make decisions in the project? Well, not everybody that just came in can make any decisions in this project. This project, again, is a venture. This project has a budget and has a sponsor and has a relationship, and there is trust, and we need to be accountable, and we need to be trustworthy. Okay, when we engage with an academic partner, or maybe a corporate partner, or with the government as a partner. So it's not true that anyone can come today and make changes of how the game is played, right? But in essence, everybody can reach that state, that point where they can make decisions, and that is very important. Okay, so the different tiers of affiliates, we call them members. We don't call them members of the project, we call them affiliates. The different tiers. So there's an active affiliate, which is an individual that has contributed something, and by contributing something means has logged contributions in the NRP. Okay, this is the ledger of economic activity. This is where people have logged their contributions. Okay, if you have a contribution here, then you can be considered as an active affiliate. Okay, and you're active. Let me go down again here. You're active only if you, not just if you have logged any contributions, but also if you have logged contributions for a certain time. Let's say you have not logged contributions within the past week, then you become an active affiliate. Okay, a core affiliate is this group of affiliates that have contributed together the top 10%, okay, of all contributions. Okay, so it means that if you start doing work and you're contributing a lot, you will reach that top 10% of contributors, and then you will be able to make decisions about how this project is run. Can be 10%, can be 2%, can be 20%, can be 50%. Okay, this is just for this particular project. That's a parameter just for this particular project. Okay, and you see that there is one big contributor to this project, which is myself, and then there is a bunch of other contributors that have contributed less. Okay, this is TV. I don't understand why. Okay. Yes. So this is about the governance of the project, right? Again, this is the place where we record everybody's contribution. That's how the thing works, and where we manage our resources and we manage our processes, and then based on that data, we decide how benefits are allocated to those who contribute. Okay, how do we distribute the budget according to everyone's contribution, and how we provide access to governance according to everyone's contribution. So that's what it is. That's what it is here, and this is about how to join a project, and this is an orientation about joining this kind of open venture. But you can also decide to launch a venture within the Sensorica environment, and in that case, you have to go to the how-to list. And if you're new to Sensorica, this is where you learn about how to do almost anything. If you miss something in this presentation or you have some other questions, go to New Affiliate Handbook, or go here and you might find an answer to your question. If you want to launch a project, just go here, projects, and then you have a bunch of information about what is a project in Sensorica, how to create a project, how to kickstart a project, and more about projects, about whatever different types of projects that you can launch in Sensorica. Okay. Perfect. So, it's kind of late, and hope that was helpful. If you have questions, just please comment on the on this video rather than or engage in some conversation on Discord. But it's good to have your minute. You know, you can capture the minute of the video and make a comment referring to that particular moment where I say something, and I can reply also in a comment. We can engage in a discussion like that. Thank you very much.